Bashers. It is 6:10, Tuesday, August 18th. Speedy Tuesday. Hey, everybody. How are you? I hope you're all having a great Ferragosto. For those of you who don't know, in Italy, everybody takes off for the whole month, and you can't get a hold of anybody. You need to get a hold of somebody in Italy. They're on the beach. They're not around. I want to thank everybody for showing up and everybody for sending their pictures. We got Drew, Melly C, Jim Patterson. Jimmy Baki's got some pictures of his bread because he was making some nice bread. How are you all today? Let's say hi to everybody. Who's in there first? It's the Omega Man. It is our very own Fergal. Fergal, great to see you here live, buddy. First is the place for you to be. Omega Man is the alpha. He's the alpha. Yeah. Hey, Fergal. I love it. I love that you're number one. Fantastic. Mr. Brooker says, aloha. Aloha, kind sir. How are you, buddy? Upvoted. Please upvote if you can for the show. It's Speedy Tuesday. Usually it's we get a good collection of folks here. It's starting off pretty slow. Dave Fahrenheit 451. Bashers. Let's get it going.
Hey, Fahrenheit 451 and panel power rise. Taking no prisoners. Owning the list of bashers on the rise. Hey, Fahrenheit 451. Panel power.
It's fun to write a little bit of tunes for the gang. I think I'm a little low here. Let me crank up the volume. Crank up the volume. Yeah, that's much better. Sorry about that, guys. Thanks so much. Of course, we are in week 3 of bringing Blinky home. I want to thank each and every one of you who contributed or shared. We are now at the incomparable. We're almost at $3,500. And, you know, $5,000 is the magic number to get Blinky home, because here we are. We are at 3,420 balloons. I just want to spend a special shout out to all these beautiful people. And I'm going to show you who they are right now. Make sure that's on the screen. Because you're doing it for the love of the Basher, the love of the Blinky man. It is Gary Martin, Andrew Wolkowicz, Stuart Hatt. Hey, Stuart. Melly C, the purple one, Salvatore Cimino, Christine and Julian Huxley, Andy M, Tim Wright, Mr. Tim Wright, Andrew Wolkowicz, Dave Fitzsimons, Christina Roselle, an anonymous 50, Catherine Ratty, thank you, John Ra, Carlos Paggington, anonymous 50, thank you so much, Grace Ratty, Jamie Scott, Robert Ratty, the whole Ratty clan, thank you, Ratties, Thomas Carson, Stephen Linsky, Jackie Morley Brooker, Stephen Marley, thank you so much. Jeannie Baca, Lisa Fisher, Patrick Cooper, Louise Hartnett, beautiful Louise, Andre Levchin, who's always in front of the salute, Candice Dormitzi, Fergal McDermott, the Omega Man himself, Abby the dog, we all know and love, Lord H, Catherine Griffin, Drooby Doo, I see you, and another anonymous 50, the handsome James Mikovich, Mork and Mindy Madness, baby, look at that, the cat, even the cats contributed to get our Blinky home, because they know that Meatball and Snowball are going to be great friends back here. Andrew Wolkowicz, Jessica Adams, my sister. Thank you so much, Pat. Andrew Wolkowicz, Raymond Julian Huxley, again, Sir Julian. Anonymous, $500. That is from Basherdirk, in case you didn't guess. One of the most amazing people in the whole wide world. Got me a first Omega in space, has been a great basher and is such an humanitarian, beautiful person. We love you so much. I know who you are. The rest of you don't have to. Jojo, handsome Joe. Look at him, $300 from Dr. Joseph LaFaro. And look at that, Julian and Christine again. And that was just yesterday with another $162. So you know what? Going pretty damn well. So I'll tell you what's happening. This is the week where we get all our ducks in a row, because I had my very first phone conversation with Blinky, and we talked for quite a long time about all the obstacles and all the things and the lack of assistance that he's getting from zero assistance from the United States Embassy. You think we care about our troops? Well, we don't care about our stranded citizens when they're left in a foreign country. And unfortunately, they were of no help. It's like, this is the way I think about things, and tell me if I'm right or if I'm wrong. You have to go out and ask and crowdsource when somebody that we care about is in need, like wounded warriors is like a big one. You would think that American heroes, people go out there and fight for their country and give life and limb. When they do come back, if they've survived whatever battles that they were in, you would think that the Veterans Administration would take care of their medical bills. No, they don't. And that's why we have things like Wounded Warriors and other charities. And I told you from the jump that Blinky was very much against this in the beginning, and I was like, dude, I don't know what other choice we have. We could probably get the word out. I know I'm a small channel. I know I don't have the biggest voice in the whole wide world, but I'm pretty loud, especially if I'm singing. Maybe too bad Emmett's not around. If he was in New York, I would say we'd do a full busk for Blinky. Because that's always the show that seems to do very, very well on this channel. But thank you, each and every one of you amazing people. So we've narrowed down the flights. We're getting the confirmation on what his exit visa penalties are going to be to get the hell out of there. And then the coordination between, there's a very funny thing about getting the certificates for the cats before they get on board. It has to be 3 days. So it has to be this. He goes and he gets the amount from the exiting visa. He has 10 days to pay that. So we pay that. From 10 days, he has to pay it and get out. So in that 10 days, he has to get the certificates for the pets, present them, and get everything done. It's quite a dance. It is quite an incredible dance. It's not been easy. It's been a lot of schematics, a lot of orchestration, a lot of stuff. Far more complicated than I would have imagined, just to get an American home with his cats. And that's it. Unbelievable stuff. So thank you, each and every one of you, for all the beauty that you bring to our lives, and for Blinky and Snowball and Meatball. And, I'll do some great stuff for you guys. I promise. Thank you for helping me out with this charity. It's been eye-opening, as I said on the Sunday Mass homily. You meet all these great people who want to contribute and want to help out and want to do something that's kind. And then you get the flip side of the coin. And I've gotten a lot of grief from idiots online who want to deride you and say that you're grifting. No money's touching my hands at all. It's going straight into Carolyn's special bank account that she created just for us, for Blinky. And she's administering all the funds that go in and out. And if you can't trust that, I don't know what you can trust. Mom Basher's taking care of all that stuff. But, there's been some people. I had to delete comments, just very silly stuff. And that doesn't affect me either way. I don't care. I know that there's trolls out there. I know that when they're projecting, when they want to say mean things about somebody who's trying to do something decent, not even going to say kind or any of that stuff, because I think kindness should be innate. I think people should be innately kind. They should want to help. And if they can't, they should want to spread the word or share. And then there's the people that just want to go, yeah, I don't do anything. I just sit here and rant all day long. And I don't do anything for anybody but myself. Well, that's projection. So good luck with all that. I tried to light a candle for a bunch of people today. I went to the church and it was locked. I was so annoyed. But anyway, thank you all for that. And that's what's going on with the Blinky thing. That's the update. So we're looking to try to get this done probably next week. Get them home, hopefully by next week. It looks like we could do it. We're really, really, really close. We're cutting it financially. We're way too close for comfort. We need that $5,000 cushion just to make sure we have all the T's crossed and all the I's dotted. And we'll get there. I know it. I have faith. The purple one is here. The beautiful one. Purple mail, purple mail. Happy Speedy Tuesday, Dirk, and all the bashers. Want to know something interesting? I had to use my, I'm not saying my wrists lost weight, because I don't feel like I lost a whole hell of a lot of weight. I'm on week 2 of my 500, under 1,000 calorie a day. I don't think I've gone over 500 because I'm just not hungry. And, did you ever just get fed up? And I have so many things on my plate right now. I'm dealing with a lot of stuff. So I'm busy enough to not worry about. Last night, you know what I did? 3 o'clock in the morning, I felt hungry, so I just threw some plain popcorn in the microwave and just made a little bowl of popcorn. And I was fine, and I went to sleep after that. But I've been I've had energy. Sleep's been okay for me because sleeping is just not really that big a thing with me. I try, but it doesn't really work. But my calories have been down. But I had to use when I put on my Speedy today. I had to use I had to adjust it because it was loose. I don't think you lose weight in your wrist, do you? I don't know. Maybe you do. Yeah, it's just not. It's not happening anywhere near as fast as like if I was going to give myself a shot. But I did. I asked my doctor. I said, "Hey, man, I need to get rid of like 20, 25 pounds. Is there any way I could get some of those GLPs?" He goes, "Your BMI is 27. And, we do it over for people over 30. And I was like, oh, should I just go out and have a couple of tubs of ice cream? Not that I'm lazy or anything, but like, when you get older, you want results faster. You just want results faster. What are you going to do? But anyway, it's going well. I haven't cheated. I haven't felt compelled to cheat in any way, shape, or form because I really want to fit in that suit. And I have it hanging right there on one of my guitar hooks. I'm just looking at it and going, you know what? I haven't had it dry cleaned yet because I'm going to have it dry cleaned when I get down to a 38 regular, which is where I need to be. I think that's a 36, and that's okay. I'll never be a 36. Never. That'll never happen again. That was a freak of nature and starvation and just wanting to be super slim. Renaissance is here. The Seahorse Nebulous, the Hippocampus. I thought today's thumbnail was super duper charming. It's a spiaggia sabbioso. It's a pebbly beach. And there's these two cats, and they're just looking up at the constellation, and they see the hippocampus, which I thought was fun for Speedy Tuesday. Because, what's on the back? I can't show you what's on the back of this watch because, of course, I have that coffee sticker on the back. So you can't see it. Actually, you can. It's actually starting to pop through. It's actually pretty cool. I don't know if you can see it from here. You probably can't now. I do that to all my watches, but you actually can see a little bit of the outline of the hippocampus there. This watch has the original, CK2998 hippocampus on the back, not the modern iteration at all. So it's really, really, really kind of demure. And I love that because some of them are kind of stupid looking. My Speedy has a really small one too, but it's embossed, like heavily embossed, Panel Power says easy to. Oh no. I did not know that, Panel Power. Frank Beard died? Oh, God bless him. God, oh my God. Rusty's dead. Frank is dead. Wow. And then there was one. Oh, well, that's got to be the end of ZZ Top. I was surprised that they ever replaced what his name was it Rusty, right? ZZ Top. Let me see. ZZ Top. Dusty Hill, right? Sorry about that. So wow. Frank Beard is gone, huh? Holy shit. What happened to him? Beard died under hospice care at his ranch at the age of 77. Beard is the second member of ZZ Top to have died. Dusty Hill died in 2021. Just Billy's left. Wow, in hospice care. I don't know why I always feel as if ZZ Top is always on the road. And once they got that new guy, I forget his name, is like Elwood or Elmwood. Wow, that's crazy. God bless him. Thank you for the music, Frank. Thank you so much. Very shocked by that. Our memory is our coherence, our reason, our feeling, even our action. Without it, we are nothing. Hey, beautiful Sir Julian, my love, my darling, my champion, my hero. We haven't had any of your beautiful art. You've got so many beautiful photographs. I would love another edition for some Mahler. Everybody, one of the most favorite things we have on our show is when you send everybody your art. We love it so much. So consider that. No pressure. No pressure. If we could only find the courage to leave our destiny to chance, to accept the fundamental mystery of our lives, then we might be closer to a sort of happiness that comes with innocence. Yeah, that's very true. Fundamental mystery of our lives, then we might be closer to the sort of happiness that comes with innocence. Yeah, ignorance is bliss, etc. It's true. Absolutely true. It's so much easier to be happy when you are innocent. Beautifully said. Repeat over and over again, in case anyone forgets it or believes the contrary, that we do not live in the best of all possible worlds. That's what I always used to say about Make America Great Again. I'm like, when was it great and for whom? Because a lot of the MAGA folks like to believe that America was great post-World War II, and it sure was. The economy was great. Industrialization was booming. Manufacturing, jobs, homes, but for like white people. Not so much for marginalized people. They were still carting people into paddy wagons and doing raids, and there was systemic racism, so I don't think you could ever say at any given time, save for perhaps World War III, I think the best of times is the best for a chosen few and very rarely for all. But it's true. The best of all possible worlds. You're right. The Irish one is here. Mr. Kevin Landon. I gotta get some Irish music every time I pop you up because you're the Irish one. Congratulations, Omega Man. Omega Man. If you're from England, you say Omega. Omega if you're an American, and Omega, which I tend to say, even though I am American. Best wishes to Dirk and the Bashers. Thank you, Sir Kevin Landon. Without you, we are nothing. Well done, Fergal. And evening Bashers, David Simons. So great to have you live on the show, Dave. How are you? And there's our beautiful Andrew. Congratulations, Omega. I love that. That's beautiful, man. Andrew, you're beautiful. There is much more mystery in the shadows of a man walking on a sunny day than all the religions of the world. And you are that man in the shadow with all of your beautiful photographs. Sometimes you make a cameo appearance, and I just absolutely adore that. If you had a YouTube channel, that silhouette of you would be the most amazing thing. It would be a great thing. One can travel this world and see nothing. To achieve understanding, it is necessary not to see many things, but to look hard at what you do see. Yeah, I've always found that you can equate that to lots of things, not just sightseeing, but you can equate that to now when people go to concerts and they just take their camera and they film the whole thing. The entire show, they're standing there. They don't do that at jazz shows. They don't do that at classical shows, but pop and rock shows, forget it. It's when you think about what has happened to the music industry or the lack thereof now, is that most people put out records nowadays and don't make a single penny off of them. It's very, very hard because nobody buys music. They subscribe and they stream or they steal. Now, the business model for streaming is atrocious. And a band could have put an album out in 1975 or 1985 or 1995. And if it sold 1 million copies, they were doing really well. They would get tour support from their record company. The tour was a promotion for the actual physical product, which was, the art. Now, people put out records as throwaways to just keep the stopgap in between tours. Maybe they'll get a song or two in their set list that's good. There are no more record labels that will give a band tour support to promote the record because they know they're not going to make any money off of it because it's very rare. Yes, people are saying there's a new look at the marketplace. There's a proliferation of old media like CDs and vinyl is back. It is, but in a very, very minuscule way. It is not making anybody rich. How do artists get rich now? who's the last big star that got rich? Taylor Swift, Billie Eilish. Um, in the last 10 years, it's been very few people. I guess people like Drake, because they are multimedia. They are signed to 360 deals with like Live Nation or their promotion. So they'll get X of money up front, and then their booking agency and their management and everybody will get a piece of the pie. So they now get a percentage of their whole, where it used to be you would just pay people out a percentage, and it wound up being a lot smaller. You get a lot less up front. You'd make all the money on the back end. Now this pretty much doesn't exist anymore. So it's very hard for people to make money in music. But the parallel here is I've met and talked to so many people who have gone to places I have been, and they have been, what is the word I'm looking for? They have had a kind of uh, ambivalent attitude towards looking at a particular piece of historical, importance, like a cathedral or a monument or a building or a site or whatever, and they're just kind of interested now in the food and the drink. Like people are like, when I first started going to Italy, sure, the food and the drink was great, but I wasn't there for that. I was there for, I wanted to see the Colosseum, and I wanted to see the Campinelle, and I wanted to see the Basilica of San Marco, and I wanted to see La Scala. That was a big one. I've never been inside it because every time I've ever been to Milano, it's always been closed or under construction. I wanted to see all those things that historically have made a difference throughout history. And the side benefit was, man, the food's good and the wine is fantastic. Nowadays, it's people are just going and they're not even staying in the great hotels anymore. And I'm not going to shit on Airbnbs because I've done it more than once. But traditionally, we've always stayed in hotels, and staying in a great hotel, a full service hotel, is part of the package of, like, for example, if you go to Lago Como, Lake Como, or you go to to Rome or to Venice, and you stay in one of their great Grand Dame hotels, you get more of the feeling of the city and the culture, and it's a really great camp. On the flip side, if you stay in an apartment, yeah, you have to go shopping, which is cool. You can feel like a local, or you can, you wind up doing all the cooking and all that stuff. It's an interesting thing, but I think you lose a little bit of the cultural aspect of it, unless, of course, you are planning down the road to become a local. Then, by all means, do that. That's what we started doing in where we started to just grab an Airbnb and just go shopping every day and cook in the apartment and stuff. You wind up not cooking in the apartment because there's too many great options and food is so cheap over there. Dinner for two with a bottle, even two bottles of wine if you want to get crazy. But Paul and I always a bottle of wine. That's more than enough. And it's $40, maybe $40, 35 to 50 tops, unless you go somewhere fancy. And why you don't need to go to fancy restaurants when you're there. Yeah, maybe people are looking for this grand Parisian experiment. They want to go to Jules Verne or, some Michelin star restaurant. I couldn't care less about Michelin star bollocks. Yeah, I'm sure the food's good, but you're going to be hungry. You're probably going to stop at Autogrill on your way home. We've eaten in a couple of fancy restaurants, and I'm always like, you know what? I would much rather go to the mom and pop place that, has been there for 60, 70, 100 more years, and meet the daughter and the grandmother and just feel like there was a place we went to in Florence, in Firenze, and somebody had recommended it to us. It was called Bucalapi, and that's like a mouth of the cave, a cave mouth, I guess, right? And we heard it was impossible to get in. Anyway, I put Paul on the phone because his Italian is perfect, and I just told her what to say. I just said, hey, just say that your aunt uh, recommended this and blah, 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 blah. And he got on the phone with the guy, and the guy was like, we're not open and we're fully booked. He goes, but if you come in an hour early, I'll give you a table. And then when it gets crowded, I'm going to need you to take your table. Well, he never took our table. He never did. We were there for hours and hours and hours, and we befriended them. And he, I don't eat this, but everybody else did. We were with about 5 people, Paul's mom and my niece, and boar is very big in that part of Tuscany. Of course, I don't indulge, but to each his own. And he was doing like this stew, and like a boar stew with like red wine reduction or whatever. And he says, well, you guys can be my guinea pigs, and you could taste this over the hour before we open. I'll give you small portions to see when it's ready. And they thought it was extraordinary. And anyway, we had a great time. And anybody who goes to these places, I say, seek out all the small pensiones. You don't even have to stay in the Grand Dame hotels. I've done that. I loved it. I love staying in great hotels, but sometimes if you stay in, there's something different about having a key to a place, and you got to do your own laundry and all that stuff. Shine your own shoes, change all your toiletries and your towels. It's kind of a drag. Let them do it so you can go to the Uffizi Gallery. Do that, stay in one of those places so you can go, and see all the incredible things that there are to see in whatever country you desire to go to. Like, I'd love to see Hagia Sophia. I've never been to Turkey. It's one of my dreams. Eventually, hopefully I'll get there. I want to do my laundry in Turkey like that. We send more funds for Blinky on Sunday. Love and blessings. I saw that. That's why I wanted to thank you explicitly. I cannot thank you enough, because you and Christine are up to like $600 of that $2,420 that we have right now, and I can't thank you enough. I mean, it's like, you guys contributed like 4 times. Julian, Christine, thank you so much for being such beautiful, wonderful, incredible people. You are amazing, absolutely amazing. Hey, M8, upvoted. I hope everyone's doing well. We hope you're doing well. How are you doing, M8? Great to see you live. Here you go. Upvote. Enjoy our time with our Bastards family. Here we are. It's Bastard time. It's the Blinky, 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 Blinky room. Blinky, I just want to say what a wonderful conversation it was. It was an honor to speak with you yesterday and hear, we've been conversing over email for quite a while now about everything, but to hear it out of the man, let me just say the following about this. Listen, he's a basher. We know him, we love him, we know his cats, we know his watches. He's been a part of our thing. But do you really know a person? I feel like I really do now, because he told me the whole story. I heard his humanity. I heard his apprehension. I heard everything from that a wonderful person who needs help would do. Eloquent, beautiful. He speaks well. I mean, it was just having a conversation with such an intelligent, wonderful person. So, Blink, big heart to you, man. Let's get you home as soon as is possible. We're getting there. We're close. We're like $1,500 off. We'll get there. $1,500. It's not a lot. I was even thinking about, like, I have so many guitars. I was thinking maybe I'll dump one. I don't really. I mean, what am I going to do with them? When I eventually move to Italy, that barge is going to be filled with guitars. I was thinking about, what don't I play? You know what I mean? Just thinking of things, just, humbly thinking of things. Hey, Blinky says, Andrew, and there it is. That is the GoFundMe. If you could just click that, I should have that up there right now. I'm sorry that I don't. There it is right there. And that should be clickable. And if it's not, well, copy and paste it, if you will. It's Andy, the Ancient One. Good evening, kind sir. Wishing you and yours only good things, and only good things to you, my friends. Let me put your banner on the bottom. Where is it? It's on the top. There it is. It's a ticker tape. It's a ticker. Only good things. That's Andy. Everybody knows that that's the incomparable Melly C's partner in life. Hey, Andrew. Hello, and thank you, everybody. You're all the best from Blinky, Blinky, Blinky. Yeah, I heard the catch-22s yesterday from the horse's mouth, and all this stuff. You have no idea. I'm not trying to sound crazy to you right now. I couldn't even send him like a couple of bucks via like PayPal. Doesn't have it. because when they took away his visa, they closed his work, and he had a debit card from the USA, and that got shut down. So he's getting that back finally. Hopefully, you got it. I don't know if you got it back yet, but he was telling me, and he said this so nonchalantly. He said, "Yeah, I just haven't had any food for the last couple of days." I kid you not. I haven't had a lot of food in the last couple of days because I'm doing it on purpose. He's not doing it on purpose. And he didn't say that like, oh man, I haven't eaten. He was just like, yeah, I just haven't had a lot of food. Hopefully I'll get some money this week from this, that, or the other. Survival mode. Incredible stuff. Blinky, we love you, man. Billy Gibbons bought 6 copies of a friend's record and helped them load their gear. Yeah, I heard he's the sweetest guy. Great guitar player. Killer guitar player. Good day, Blinky, says Melly C. Oh, that's great. Hey, Blink, everybody's there. There's the handsome one. Happy Speedy Tuesday, Jojo LaFaro. Happy Speedy Tuesday to you, my friend. He's saying hi to everybody. Hey, Blinky. Doctor, can't you see I'm burning? How many songs have the word doctor in them? Doctor, give me the news. I got a bad case of loving you. Then there's a Doctor, please. That's my favorite from UFO, a band that never made it, really. Does anybody even know who that band is? UFO. It's Michael Schenker and Phil Mogg and Andy Parker and Paul Raymond and the incomparable Pete Way. Great band. I mean, one of the most influential bands in the history of rock, and they never really did well. And they had everything. They had rockers, they had ballads, they had commercial songs. What was their biggest hit ever? I don't know. Only You Can Rock Me, Rock Me. I don't even like that song, but it was such a good band. And then Michael Schenker came from them. Came from the Scorpions, went to UFO, then went crazy. Went back to the Scorpions and then went crazy. JoJo's having a good laugh. Hey, Joe. And there's Carolyn Martin. There she is. Hello, Blinky. That's like a half. I'm working, but I'll watch this when done. I was on the phone with her a couple of days. She's really helping out, man. I mean, she stepped up like to a level that is just absolutely insane, man. Yeah, absolutely incredible. Selfless human being. Yes, a week or two. Yeah, week or two. We're going to make it happen. He told me to slow down. He said, Dirk, slow down. Because I'm like sending emails. What about this? What about this? What about this? What about this? He's like, here's the pace and we're going to do this. I'm the one who's anxious. It's absolutely crazy. Empty vessels make the most noise, Dirk. The haters need to get a life. I know. I just can't imagine anybody in the world having a bad word about someone they don't know, about something that they have no concept of. I mean, it's really ignorant and really stupid, or whatever. There's Tracy Farris, ladies of the bash. I hope all the critics of Blinky or you never need help. That's what I said, sir. Yeah. That's why I wanted to light a candle. I lit a candle for the other one the other day with his insipid nonsense. You know what? He needs a hug somewhere. Get a hug. Time to start pushing for the cushion. That's right, Andrew. I heard that sex burns calories. Yeah, I'm an old man now. All right, don't be rude. There's ladies here. Sent another donation to try to get us the cushion we need. Jojo, you're so beautiful. Thank you so much. Let me see. Let me see. Look at this. Jojo, incredible person. Joe. Oh my God, Joe. Oh my God, Joe. Joe just sent another $200. Jojo, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Jojo LaFaro. Wow. Handsome Joe. I'm going to write that for you today. So every time you show up, I'm going to have a song for you. I'm going to make sure I do that right after the show. Because I got that. I can map that out in 2 seconds flat. Wow. Jojo LaFaro. Look at that. Look at that. Another 200. So that puts Joe LaFaro at $500. Look at that. $500. So we've had 500. We got that, and we got the Basher X with the $500. We got 200 from Mr. Chimino, a couple back. Look at that. A couple last week. That was at 200. No, it wasn't 500. Look at that. Listen, $5 counts, $2 counts. Every single dollar counts, because then we have to convert this into that weird ass money. And I'll tell you right off the bat, I'll be honest with you, it's $1,520, full transparency on the iBashers, to pay the fine. That's pretty much what we think we're up against. We're going to find out very soon what the fine is. Now, the fine is called the overstay visa, because he was unable to renew his visa during during COVID, and he was never able to do it. And then the embassies were all closed. There was no way to get it all done, so he basically just had to just deal with it. And the only way to get out of there, and I've read everything there is to know about it now. You have to, after over a year, it's 40 million, whatever their currency's called, and that's that. And then there's a $25 exit visa, and then there's the cats, and then there's the plane tickets. Now, the thing with the plane tickets is that's 1,500 is quite a bit of the budget, and then the plane tickets, which is New York, the Southeast Asia to I think we're going to go through one other Asian country. We're trying to map this all out back to the States, and then back to a major hub, and then a local thing back to his town, which is not always easy to do. But that part I said we'll deal with that last. It's a lot of stuff. Jojo, you are one of the most beautiful human beings on the face of this earth, and God bless you, my friend. Thank God bless you so much, man. Thank you. Amazing. Well done, Jojo. Oh, man, Joe. Man, I can't even believe it. Thank you. You can't make everybody happy, but you can still take the time to be kind to yourself and others. Yeah, you can. Just be nice. It's not hard. It's not hard to be nice. I mean, you can be, if somebody's an asshole, you don't be nice to them, but I always say, give people the benefit of the doubt. Give people enough rope. And if they're going to hang themselves, they will. And if they're not, what? Did you ever meet somebody and it's like oil and water and you're like, oh shit. And then somehow you wind up becoming great friends when you figure each other out. Sometimes you might meet somebody on the wrong day or, but for people to arbitrarily judge people on this bravery machine, this internet, this anonymous world that we're in, it's just such nonsense shite, The Bashers are great. They are. Oh, hey, there's the professor super sticker. Look at that. I actually got some money on the iBashers channel. I told you I'm not really accepting money until we get Blinky home. I'm so grateful for that. Thank you so much, the professor. I hope you're well. Hope you're doing very, very well. We miss you not being all over the show like you've been for so long. Let's give you a big bill. Let's get 20 bucks. That's US dollars in US currency. Let's go with this. Thank you, Professor. We love you, man. Staying in the pensione, cheap. Yeah. I mean, listen, I've stayed. What's the best hotel I ever stayed in? I don't know. I don't know. To me, I think technically the fanciest hotel I ever stayed in, the fanciest. Oh, that's hard. Stayed in a lot of nice hotels because I didn't pay for airfare. Remember that. My favorite hotel of all time, is on the Venice Lido. It's called the Grand Hotel des Bains, the Des Bains. It's my favorite. It's closed now, but it's going to be reopening in a couple of years. And the Excelsior, which is my second favorite hotel. There's a very fancy hotel in Trieste called the Savoy Excelsior, which is fancy but reasonable. I think technically. Oh, you know what? I stayed at the George Cinq in Paris. Oops, I forgot. That was too fancy. It was so fancy that 10 years later, I went to Paris with Dana, and we stayed next door at the Prince de Galles, and the Prince de Galles was better. And it had, because the Prince de Galles was like a dusty old lady when I was there the first time. I was like, oh, look at this beautiful. It's attached. They share a wall. Like, here's the Prince de Galles, and here's the George Cinq. George Cinq is considered like one of the best hotels on the planet. And it was, don't get me wrong, it was very nice. We never ate in the hotel. We never dined there. We had one drink there. I think we had one glass of Gamay there, and just felt unwelcoming. But when Dana and I stayed next door, they had completely gone in there. They got like Dubai money, and somebody went in there and went poof, and it was gorgeous. The room was nicer than the George Sank, not as big and grand, but it was nice, beautiful. And we ate and we drank there like every day. And was it substantially cheaper? No, but I used to have this thing called SBG points back in the day. That's now Marriott Bonvoy, but I had a lot, and I blew a lot of it there. It was really, really great. I think that's the fanciest. My favorite hotel ever was called the Deban, and you guys know the story. You're so sick of me talking about it. Hey there, says Blinky Blinky to the Omega Man. You're very welcome. I just want to know that you and the cats are home safe. That's Jojo. You are incredible. So Blinky is saying, I think 10 to 14 days in the home stretch. That we are in the home stretch, man. We're this close. We are this close. Now we're only, oh my God, we're like $1,400 away. We're like 13 something away from getting there. And maybe even, maybe even less. It's just that the problem is with the airline tickets, because of the timing, we can't just buy the cheap ticket. Can't do that. We have to buy a changeable ticket, not a restricted ticket, but unrestricted, because that means a different thing. We have to have a ticket that we could change the date on, and they're just more expensive. You can get like the Super Saver. That's you can't take a bag. You can't. Well, all those airlines let you take a bag because it's so far away, but you can't change it. You can't do anything. We have to get one that. What would happen if he pays the fine to 10 days, he gets the certificates, and then when he gets his exit visa, they say, oh, you can't go leave before the 3rd. And like we booked the flight for the 3rd. That's why we can't do that. We have to get a reservation because he has to have a reservation when he pays the fine. So we have to buy an unrestricted ticket, a changeable ticket. So when he presents it to them, they see, oh, you are leaving. Here's your name. Here's your passport. You're going. Great. Okay, give us the money, and here's your ability to leave. But if they say you can't, they don't just say, all right, go. They give you a window that you can go, and it's a start date, and it's very complicated. Anyway, I learned it all yesterday. It's crazy town. So 10 to 14 days. Beautiful. Beautiful JoJo. Renaissance, thank you so much, Julian. I really love it. So nice. Not 1,500 anymore. I know. 13 something now. Amazing. Horse? What happened? Did I miss something? Horse. Am I horse? No. Am I horse? I don't know. I didn't get good night's sleep last night. It's been up and down. Dr. Demento. Remember Dr. Demento, Jim? Wow. Dr. My Eyes. Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. Oh, they call him Scotty Love. They call me Dr. Love. Yeah, that's for Scotty Love, as always. Glad I can do it. We're so grateful. Thank you so much, JoJo. Too busy dancing in the local. It's Pensione Tuesday. Hey, Ray. And basically, the fine is about the same as the ticket. Yeah, it's actually more than the ticket. The fine is more than the ticket. I mean, I was looking at all the unrestricted fares yesterday. Like the cheapest you can get a fare that's restricted is like $900, $800 to $900 to $1,000, and then the unrestricted fares are like $1,500, $14 to $16. So yeah, it's a lot of dancing. You said you heard it from the horse's mouth. Oh, you're the horse. I heard it all from the horse's mouth, Blinky. It's funny when it's hard to develop a friendship or an acquaintance on just what I do online. I talk to you all and you write back to me, you send me emails, pictures, and all those things. I feel like I got to know a lot of people. It's a whole other thing when you get on the phone and you get to hear somebody's humanity. You get to hear their voice. That's an incredible thing, man. It's an incredible thing. It totally changes your perception of them. But I wasn't sure, what he'd sound like, eloquent, extremely intelligent, and it just goes to show you, I mean, like all those trolls were saying, people who's criminals and burnouts and all this stuff. And I deleted everything. Thank you for showing me where they were, by the way. You know, stoners, people like that. No, completely not. Guy went over there, got married, started a business, bought a house, did all the right stuff, and then the shit hit the fan. It can happen. Just goes to show you that this can happen. It can happen to you. Maybe you'll understand. Does anybody know that great Mr. North song? I'll find that link right now. Let me go find it. YouTube. Okay, maybe they'll demonetize. Okay. Should I get demonetized by Mr. North? It can happen to you, Mr. North. Is it going to come up? It can happen to you, Mr. North. Is there no video for this? There's oh wow. I have to put that word together. Hold on. Because Emmett and Colin did it acoustic, and it was amazing. Oh, that's anyone. If it happened to you, oh shit, that's the name of the song. I always thought it was "It Can Happen to You." It's if it happened to you. Great song. Oh, there's no live version of this because they're better live. They're great on records, but they're really good live. I mean, live is a whole other thing. Oh, Secret. I love that song. Anyway, this is it. Emmett.
So blind, reacquaint. Are you in on it? You realize
Great song.
no one's hurting more here than me. If I couldn't see,
I used to see them do this in clubs.
I always hoped
I remember.
if it happened to you, maybe you'd understand. But it's pictures in here, I can't picture it anywhere.
Anyway, great song. Made me think of that. I'll probably get a little YouTube. They'll probably demonetize my stream for playing Mr. North. And I'll be like, but I know those guys. But I know them. Anyway, fun stuff. Why the hell not? Why the hell not? Where was I? I've never done any drugs ever. Me neither. Never tried weed. Never tried it. Never smoked a cigarette. I can't say that. Scouts honor strange right. So 3 out of 4. Maybe it's time. Just kidding. Will Blinky have a place to go when he gets back? Yeah, he's going to his mom's for now until he sorts stuff out. That's a whole other story. That's none of anybody's business, including my own. Joe, haha, coming from a doctor. Blinky, me neither. My mom, she's 78. It's time to help her. See, look at that. Unbelievable. What about alcohol, Blinky? Do you like a couple of drinks here and there, right? A couple of belts, Melly C? Do you don't not drink, do you? The whole not drinking thing. And so I'm not a big drinker. I love great wine, as you know. But I've never drank any liquor ever. Never had a vodka drink. Maybe I've had a gin and tonic. I think I've had 1 or 2 of those in my life. Whiskeys, no. I don't like that. Do you drink at all, Melly C? At all? Do you drink wine or anything? Whenever people tell me they don't drink, I get a little worried, like I have to stand on my guard. Are they going to watch, like, oh, you're having a 3rd glass of wine? Because that's the worst, you know. Anyway. But I have a limit. 3 to 4 is like, that's the absolute maximum. Because I don't want to be an asshole. Now pause the music to comment on it and try to save the strike. Oh yeah. Oh shit. Is that how you do it? That's Mr. North from the album Life Size. Go out, go and check out that record. Um, uh, Emmett O'Malley, Adrian Mordaunt, Toshine O'Malley, and Colin Smith on vocals. I really thought it was a good mid-tempo song with commercial hooks and broad appeal. I love the pre-chorus. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Let's see what happens. It would be stupid if it did. I got one when I played my own music. I got one on YouTube, and I wrote to them. And I was like, that's my song. You know. Good question. I guess that is a drug, huh? I'm not a drinker, but I will have a drink or two. Thank God. Yeah. I gave up drink and drugs worst 15 minutes of life. Dirk, is the Pope Catholic? Of course I do. I'm an Aussie living in the UK. Well, thank you, Jesus. And when people say they don't drink, forgive me. You know, like then you have to go do something that because I don't want to drink around people that aren't drinking because it's like, you know, people, anybody who counts your drinks or like is like gets persnickety about it, you're a party pooper. You know, people want to have a couple of drinks, loosen up, and have a great time. I'm not saying go out there and abuse alcohol or any of that stuff. It's not a good idea. I've never really done it. I got really, really, really super duper crazy drunk when I was a kid on Jack Daniels, and that was it. Like I was, 14, and I threw up for 3 days straight, and I would never do it again. Completely made me never want to drink hard liquor ever. But I do like ice cold beer on a hot day and a couple of glasses of wine with family and friends. I love a gorgeous champagne, as we all know. Dr. Krug. How do they get away with those first time? I don't know. I'm very curious as to how they do that. Maybe I should change the thumbnail when the show's over, and I'll just say first time, the 500th time hearing that song. If you've never heard it, go get that album. Go get Life Size. Go get Fear and Desire and Everything. The three Mr. North records. They're all three of them are spectacular. And I mean, incredible drummer, Emmett and Oisin, you both know him great. One of the greatest rock singers I've ever heard in my life, Colin Smith. Incredible. I've said this, I saw Freddie Mercury live a bunch of times, and I've seen everybody live. And when I saw that guy live, I was like, who the fuck is that? I was so gobsmacked by how great it was. Outstanding. I haven't smoked in congratulations. Good for you. I remember when you told us about that. Good for you. I've been guilty of a couple of goon bags back in the day. Goon bags, right? Kevin Landon, I think it's because they're commenting on them. Fair use. Oh, okay. So, all right. I'm commenting on it. I just commented on it. I picked up cigs again at 53, enjoying them. But yeah, I mean, listen, like in Italy, everybody, they do everything in moderation. They all smoke, they all drink, but they don't do it all day long. That's the thing. We're a little bit more gluttonous over here. Like all the chips, all the smokes, all the booze, that'll get used on the street. I just realized that that's going to go somewhere. Joe So Generous, says the incomparable Tracy Farris. My vice is red wine, nice gin, and rum. Okay, good. She drinks big time. Thank you, Tracy. Says Jojo, time for the Gallery of Bastards.
The Gallery of Bashtards. Send me the shots, the sublime beats of words. The Gallery of Bastards. You share them with me, and I share with the world.
For those of you who don't know, Mr. Baki is one of my lead guitar players for my band. He tried to make soda bread the other day. He said it didn't come out very good, but he is very, very good at making all kinds of bread, and the baking and the cooking videos have inspired him. And look at him now. He's cooking these, by the way, in a Dutch oven. I've never attempted that. By the way, tonight I'm making a chocolate cake for Rose because the place I used to get chocolate cake for her stopped selling that chocolate cake. So tonight I'm going to bake a chocolate cake. I'll take pictures. But look at this. Jimmy makes this loaf. Look at how beautiful that looks. Holy macaroni. That is a gorgeous loaf of bread. Look at that. That looks like something you buy in a bakery. And a fancy bakery. Beautiful. Way to go, Jimbo. Amazing. Amazing. Mr. Patterson, gallery sub. Okay, what do you say? Something different, a 1984 Casio CD401, the original smartwatch. I always thought the original smartwatch was the Pulsar, but probably not. Remember those Pulsars? Look at this thing. Holy crap. Wow, that is certainly a smartwatch. Look at that. That's the date. It's got a data bank on it. Wow. Look at that. Look at all the buttons on that thing. You know, that's a very hot looking integrated bracelet. Gotta say. It's kind of like a futuristic Blade Runner Jubilee. Very cool, Mr. Patterson. Very, very cool. Oh, I like it. Very cool. Thanks, Jim. 2 gyms in a row. 2 gyms in a row. Melly C, it's Eminem Madness. Oh, let me get this up on the screen. Let me get my song ready. Let's do the where is it? Sorry, I'm late. Sometimes I'm fast, sometimes I'm not. Look at the Mindy. This is such a cutie pie. Morky. She's looking like a full return to health. Am I right or wrong? Oh, look at him. Sideways climb. That's good, baby. Big one right there. Morgan Mindy Mandis, everybody. Yay! Look at the beautiful ladybug. Why are you not going balloons and confetti? Morgan Mindy Madness, everybody. You know you're home when you've got Morgan Mindy Madness. You know you're home when you got Morgan Mindy Madness. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the patron saint of the iBashers Network. It is our beautiful Kay. Look at this. Oh, baby. Look at our Kay. We love you, Kay. We're going to do this. Come on. There you go. Our beautiful Kay. Oh my God. By the way, that blanket looks like super cat friendly, fun. Okay. Drooby Doo. Heather and Andrew, thank you so much. Our beautiful Kay. For all she went through and all we went through together with her and what Drew and the family went through to bring her back to life. And we've been through it so many times, all of us, and I'm just so grateful. And she will forever be the patron saint of the iBashers Network. It's our very own Kay. We love you, Kay. Thank you, Drooby Doo. Fantastic. And there's Fergal. We got some sake and ginger and some Planet Ocean. It's a Planet Ocean. Planet Ocean. That's beautiful. I was watching Antiques Roadshow. 2 things today. Watching Antiques Roadshow, and some guy had a 1968, well, obviously 68, Ultraman. One guy bought it in Hong Kong in 1968. He bought an Ultraman for £45. 45 pounds. An Ultraman. Boy, has anybody else dreamt or any other activity for an Ultraman? Oh my God, the Ultraman. Oh my God. Crazy. Look at that. Oh, it's his new monster. Jesus. I got to say that dial is sex on a stick. And that's the CK2915 Beazle, which is even better, you know? Look at that. Look at that. Look at that thing. Oh, they're doing it with dot over 90 now? Because originally that didn't have dot over 90. Because that, the dot over 90 craze happened. And then look at that. There's a dot over 90. Oh, wow. I didn't realize that they changed it. Oh, look at you, Saki. Oh, on a shoebox. That's a Laverne move if ever I saw one. Laverne was always never in a box, always on top of a box. Always on top of a box. Look at the loom on that biatch. Because that's, it's a sandwich tile. So the luminescent disc is underneath. Sexy, but look at those hands. Look, can anybody else tell me that loom doesn't look best on broad arrow hands? Look at that. Just like the CK2915. I mean, this is essentially a very similar watch to that, except it's got lyre lugs. Yeah. That's the only difference. Yeah. It's got the lyres. It's got the right tachometer. Obviously the loom and obviously the date and, the subdials. I mean, it's a different dial, but it's very reminiscent of it. That's why it's called the Speedmaster 57. Look at his beautiful PO. Oof, what a watch. What a watch. Look at that. You can see the sandwich dial there. I love that. Some people are not a fan of those at all because, the Seamaster 300 had it too, and I love it. It's very Panerai. I don't care. Panerai's got great history too. Look at that. Oh, look at that. It's dot over 90. Huh. Look at that. Beautiful. That's a beautiful, beautiful piece, man. Absolutely gorgeous. And then Ginger. Hello, Ginger. Felix, as good as it looks. Yeah, Saki and Ginger show and some beautiful Omegas. He's all Omega now. You're all Omega now. The Chris Ward man is gone forever. There you go. Thanks, man. That was great. Beautiful stuff. Ray says, let's share videos and messages on YouTube. Well, I can't really. Let me see what this is before I could do this. Open link, and the message on YouTube is currently only available on the mobile app. Well, go to hell then. How dare they? Anyway, that's the Gallery of Bastards for this Speedy Tuesday. Where is it? Oh, boom.
The Gallery of Bashtards. Send me the shots, the sublime beats over. The Gallery of Bashtards. You share them with me, and I share with the world.
Try comment on Don Henley and see how fast the lawyer. Yeah, Don Henley is the most evil guy. He's the most litigious man in rock. For those of you who don't know, he's the drummer and singer, main lead singer of the Eagles, and he lip syncs now. When you go to see them live, it's all lip syncing. You can watch what's that guy's name? Wings of Pegasus. Phil. He puts the vocals on top of each other night after night. It's the same track because you can't copy a vocal exactly. It's a human body. You can't do it. And he lip syncs now. Don Henley. Don Henley needs he needs a hug. Yeah, it looks great. Beautiful. You can store phone numbers in it. Isn't that sick? Oh, Blinky likes that. Blinky loves all that shit. Super cool Casio. Super duper Super Bowl of cat songs. What's the best cat song ever? I think Year of the Cat is a great one. What else? Yeah, I think what's your favorite cat song? I think Year of the Cat. Madness Time. We love our Madness Time. Moonbase, don't give him any ideas. Hey, I know. Just look at this. We haven't had a good K dose in a really long time. So grateful for that. Thank you, Drooby Doo, Heather, and Andrew. Thank you so much. So cute. Kay, we all love our Kay. I wonder if Kay remembers her life before her. I hope she doesn't. because that was really bad. Left for Dead in the horrific Midwestern winter. Left for Dead. Could you imagine? That's like the guy who found a Rolex 63 in his thrift store couch. Oh, Jesus, imagine. I mean, that's nice. Good for them. Nice broad arrow. I love broad arrow. Oh, the cupcake. You and the cupcake. You cupcake. I had a friend who bought a Pepsi TNT in a pawn shop in Canada in the 80s, $500. Antiques Roadshow. This was my great grandmother's rolling pin. The guy looks and smiles and says that it wasn't for baking. That's pretty good. Great. Yeah, his pictures are unbelievable, man. Banderite Nazis have bombed scientists near the Zaporizhia nuclear power plant. I don't know what a Banderite Nazi is, but there you go. Favorite cat song, Eye of the Tiger. I say it is, for me, You're the Cat, unless you can prove otherwise. Love Cats, yeah. Cool for Cats. That's not a great song, though, Cool for Cats. I want it to be, but it's not. Squeeze, not a great song. With Cool for Cats. Stray Cat Strut, that's a great one. Yeah, there's a lot of good cat songs. I don't have a cat song, right? Do I? No. Maybe I should write a cat song. Basher cat song. Because I'm the basher. I'm the internet cat guy. People make fun of me for being the cat guy. I don't give a fuck. I'm a cat guy. Who gives a shit? Anyway, guys, that's the GoFundMe. We are so close. We're 13 and change away from bringing Blinky. It's been a lot of work, and I can't thank each and every one of you enough. And I'm going to pull it right back up here right now. I'm going to name names. I'm going to name names, damn it. And here they all are, and updated for your pleasure. Updated for your pleasure. Hold on. See you. Because now we got the crazy shit going on. Got Gary Martin, Andrew Wolkowicz, Stuart Hatt, Melly C, Salvador Chimino, Christine and Julian Huxley. We've got Andy M. We've got Tim Wright, Andrew Wolkowicz again, Dave Fitzsimons, Christina Roselle, an Anonymous 50, Catherine Ratty, John Ra, Carlos Paggington, and another Anonymous 50, Grace Ratty, Jamie Scott, Robert Ratty, Thomas Carson, Stephen Linsky, Jackie, Stephen Marley, Jenny Baca, Lisa Fisher, Patrick Hooper, Louise Harden, Andre Levchin, Candice Tormizzi, Fergal McDermott, Abby the Dog, Lloyd Huggins, thank you, Lloyd Lord H, Kathy Griffin, Catherine Griffin, Drew Drooby Doo, and another Miss 50, James Mikicic, $50, Andrew Wolkowicz, Mork and Mindy Madness, look at that. So many from them. Jessica Adams, my sister Pat, Andrew Wolkowicz, Julian, $134. Look at that. Anonymous 500. That's Basher X, as you all know. More from Christine and Julian. Thank you so much. Jojo LaFaro, 300, and then Jojo again 5. That puts Jojo LaFaro at $500. I can't thank you enough. Please, if you can contribute, please share. That's all I ask is just share it, because you have no idea how many people can help. So look where we are right now. 62. I'll refresh it to see if it's moved at all. You never know. It hasn't, but there you go. 6220, 3620 we are at right now. That's pretty damn good. You know, for a small channel, we're the little engine that could. I can't thank you all enough. God bless you. God bless Blinky. God bless your generosity. And God bless kind people and the cats who love them. Guys, that's the amount. That's what we're doing. I love you. I'll see you all tomorrow for When We Were Wednesdays. Put on your dancing shoes and now put on your red shoes and dance the blues. Thank you all so very much. I love you all. I'll see you tomorrow. Please donate or share. Share. You never know what could happen. I'm grateful. Remember to hold the door open. Remember to say please and thank you. And if you encounter somebody who's not nice or gives you a hard time, give them the benefit of the doubt. They could be having a bad day, or they're just a